point where an ambulance might not be available to respond to your home.
Is H1N1 panic hurting emergency response times? Some doctors say it could, and we'll tell you why.
New information tonight about a weekend double shooting. Find out what we've learned about the man accused of injuring his estranged wife and killing her mother.
What is ousted Governor Rod Blagojevich up to these days? He could be coming to your living room, and not everyone is happy about it.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 6.
The H1N1 panic could be hurting emergency response times. Good evening, I'm Bob Larson.
And I'm Meg Marshall. EMTs are bracing for an onslaught of nervous patients. As WMBD's Sarah Barwatz reports, people with medical emergencies could suffer.
East Peoria crews respond to this heart attack victim quickly, but that could change as worry over an H1N1 outbreak grows.
People are freaking out the more the publicity gets out.
Paramedic Gary Foley says the Peoria area's EMS is inundated with callers thinking they need emergency medical attention for the flu.
And they think they need to go, and yet 2 blocks down the street, their neighbor's having a heart attack, and we're there taking care of you with the flu.
The number of H1N1 calls is expected to increase, and Foley worries response time will be affected.
Everything is going to slow way down as far as the emergency departments and pre-hospital care because of the amount of people that are going to be calling.
Peoria's EMS Medical Director Cheryl Colbinson wants one message to be clear.
Most people don't need specialty medical care or a physician evaluation. They just treat the symptoms as they would the seasonal flu.
In other words, stay home and don't call 911 unless you're having serious complications like breathing problems.
Drink plenty of fluids, Tylenol for pain or fever, and then not return to work until you've been fever-free for 24 hours.
Colbinson plans to set up a hotline to help answer residents' questions about H1N1. Foley hopes that means he can spend more of his time focusing on life and death emergencies. In East Peoria, Sarah Barwatz, WMBD 31 News.
Local health departments are scheduling H1N1 vaccination clinics, but the small supply will go to specific groups of people first. Healthcare workers get first dibs. After that, doctors say pregnant women, people who care for babies, people ages 6 months to 24 years, and people ages 24 to 64 with chronic health conditions should be vaccinated. Now, tomorrow there are 2 clinics. One is in McLean County, and it's at the Bloomington Sale Barn at 2027 South Main from noon until 7. The other is at the Knox County Health Department in Galesburg from 3:30 to 7. Galesburg will have another on Wednesday, again at the Health Department from 3:30 to 7. Tazewell County's first clinic is Thursday at Delavan School from 3:30 to 7:45. Peoria County holds a clinic this Friday from 9 to noon at the Peoria City County Health Department, and Woodford County will hold a clinic Friday at Eureka's Church of the Nazarene from 1 until 7. And you can find these dates and more on the H1N1 information on our website at ciproud.com.
New details emerge about a Bartonville man accused of shooting and killing his mother-in-law and wounding his estranged wife. Court records show that Joseph Sarik's wife had a restraining order against him in 2006. That order was dismissed this year when the wife missed a court appearance. Sarik was arrested Sunday after police say he shot 63-year-old Geraldine Worski and 43-year-old Crystal Sarik as they pulled into the driveway of his home. Crystal Sarik drove to her nearby church for help. Worski was pronounced dead on the scene. Crystal Sarik is in stable condition, and her family expects her to be home in a few days. Joseph Sarik is expected to be charged in court tomorrow. A Florida woman charged in connection with the G family murders is now in Illinois. 43-year-old Sarah Duncan has been transported to the Macon County Jail from Sarasota, Florida, where she was arrested earlier this month. Officials say there's not enough room for Duncan in the Logan County Jail. Duncan is charged with obstructing justice for allegedly lying about 22-year-old Jason Harris's alibi. Jason Harris and his brother Chris Harris are charged with murdering 5 members of the G family of Beeson last month. Jason Harris was dating Duncan's 24-year-old daughter, Jennifer Ernest. Ernest is also charged with obstructing justice.
A 22-year-old Normal man is charged with beating a 13-month-old boy. Aaron Benschneider is being held in the McLean County Jail on $200,000 bond. OSF St. Francis Medical Center told police about the possible abuse last Thursday when the boy was hospitalized. It It's not clear if the boy is related to Ben Schneider. Normal police, meantime, arrest a 37-year-old Tinley Park man for allegedly holding another man against his will in Normal and sexually assaulting him. William Gustafson was picked up in Kansas and is charged with sexual assault and kidnapping. Gustafson is in a Kansas jail and will be transported to McLean County.
Crews are working on traffic lights at the intersection of Allen Road and Willow Knolls in Peoria after a plane crashed in that area Saturday night. The plane went up in flames, but the 17-year-old pilot walked away from the accident. Firefighters say the area was covered with power lines, and the suburban Chicago pilot was lucky to escape alive. There's a new obstacle to overcome before the Marriott Hotel can open in uptown Normal. Crews must repair damage in the hotel's kitchen area. As you see here in the surveillance video, vandals got in early Sunday morning through an unlocked door. It was reportedly left unlocked so workers had access to the building. One man has been arrested and police are looking for more suspects. No word yet on how much repairs will cost. The Marriott is still expected to open by the end of October.
The town of Normal is looking to cut costs by striking a deal with some of its employees. Council members will consider an early retirement package tonight. About 50 non-union workers would be eligible. The deal includes discounted health insurance in exchange for retiring at the end of this year. Normal manager Mark Peterson says it's strictly a voluntary decision to help offset falling revenues.
For those employees that we can get by not replacing, there's a considerable savings to our budget. And even those that we have to replace, we're likely to bring in new people that start at a lower salary. So there still would be some savings, although less significant.
Council members will also begin talking tonight about possible tax and fee increases. Peterson says Normal's general fund is in good shape now, but the town needs help riding out the recession.
Well, warmer temperatures are returning, but the big question for how long?
Oh, like 3 months would be great. Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey has the answer in the 3D Live Weather Center. That's just my hope, Marcus.
Don't you wish, Bob? Yeah, that's right. But hey, it is here to stay at least for the short term. Finally cracking back into the 60s and some of you actually into the 70s for the first time since October 7th. And the first time that we've been above average as far as temperatures go for 20-plus days. How about that? 64 right now in Galesburg, 64 in Pekin, 64 in Normal, 66 in Pontiac. Low 60s to the north, near 70 down to the south in Macomb and Havana, looking pretty nice. Now tonight, clouds building, nothing really too ominous over the overnight hours, but it will keep us a little bit nicer and not as cool during the overnight. 47 for overnight low and back into the mid-60s with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow we're staying dry until midweek, then rain and cooler temperatures are back. We'll talk about it in your 8-day outlook coming up. Bob and Meg.